Hey,
by the way, we're going to the Renaissance
Why
Festival.
are you excited about going to the Renaissance Festival?
Well, when I was a kid, I watched this episode of Reading Rainbow. And LeVar Burton put on this hat that took him to Castle Times. And then the episode ended. And you're like, oh, LeVar's not going to show us what happened when he went to Castle Times. But then the next episode came on, and it turned out he was at a Renaissance fair. And he went through the Renaissance fair, and it was awesome. And I've always wanted to recreate that episode of Reading Rainbow, except without books.
That's funny. I had a similar childhood. When I was a boy, I watched this movie, The Black Knight, with Martin Lawrence. And he also went to Castle Times. He did various things. He wore sneakers. And he fell in love with maids. And I was like, wow. Wenches. And that's what makes me want to go to the Renaissance Fair, is because Martin Lawrence did it. And Barbara did it too. So, I mean, we have similar childhoods as him.
We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world.
Across this modern freeway lies our passage back in time.
Okay.
The crew of the Modern Odyssey makes it their goal to be culturally sensitive, so an obvious step for us was to find a native and ask them for a lesson in communication.
We are filming an online travel show called The Modern Odyssey.
Indeed.
And we are traveling around. We stopped at the Renaissance Fair today, and we were wondering if you could teach us some Renaissance vernacular.
Ooh, Renaissance vernacular. Let me think a moment. One says, good morrow.
Good morrow.
Says hello or good day. One says, my lord, not hey buddy. One says, my gracious lady, not yo babe.
Okay.
Right? And let's see, if one were in Germany, one would say, Guten Tag, mein Herr. Zu euren Diensten. Good day, my lord, at your service.
Excellent.
I hope I have been of service this day.
Now, just one last question.
Yes.
If I were trying to pick up on a Renaissance babe, how would I go about that?
One would praise her beauty, her grace.
Oh, yes.
My gracious lady, thy beauty doth blind me as the very rays of the sun.
Okay. Well, that will be my goal today. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Well, my pleasure. And I am Huldrych von Sachsen, knight and servant of His Grace, the Archduke and Elector of Saxony.
Wonderful.
Good morrow. Auf Wiedersehen.
But I think as a first step in this whole Renaissance Fair thing, we should do what we're going to do when we arrive anywhere in Europe, which is to find the local mead.
All right, alcohol. That's where we're going.
There.
I was 5 years.
Pants that makes you look like you have really skinny legs, like the Robin Hood pants, like the tights. I would be totally down for wearing those.
Couldn't care, still I welcome you with open arms, my love I did share.
Do you think the mead's over here?
Why don't you look at your map?
Okay, hold on. So, where? Mead Illinois. I've never had a good mead.
Oh, there's lots of Illinois wine, gotcha.
Yeah. So where are we?
The map's upside down.
Hey, you think you have to
No, it's not.
on early to get
Enter. There's a woman up in the tower. If you'll note.
I noted that.
Did you note that?
Duly.
Maybe I should
No.
go and be a bard for her. No?
Nope.
But I could be excellent at it. You know, bard none.
Bit up more than you can chew the first day you met me.
Dusty, dusty, Kanye, you left me dying, crying there, and whiskey, gin, and pints of beer, or they'll be my day.
You weren't the first to call me mister, you won't be the last.
Oh, I'm sure I wasn't, honey, I know all about your past.
Listen to the big show with
We need to get the experts to explain the local alcohol fare to us. So apparently we've got ale, beer, and water as our choices. Actually, my name is Luke Hawkins, and we're filming an online travel show called The Modern Odyssey. Hello! And so we wanted to come and visit the Renaissance Fair and have you guys explain some stuff to us. Like, what makes your ale ale?
At this point, I knew we were about to hit the mother load of ale information.
Well, it is a Newcastle Brown Ale. It says it on the tab.
Okay.
If it says it on the tap, then it's probably ale.
It's ales are darker than beers.
Ale's darker than beer. Or not.
I have a drink down there.
That's definitely the answer I
So
can give you.
what's Renaissance about?
Down there is still the smoke.
I am really the first person to ask.
Oh no, that's fine. That was the first experience with finding ale in Renaissance times. I'm kind of happy with it. Not as much information as I would have liked to have had, but that just means I need to drink a little more. Wow. Apparently there were Indians in Renaissance. This is a hilarious show. It's Oedipus Rex, based on the classic.
Oedipus Rex makes me laugh every time.
About the guy who ends up developing feelings for his mother, kind of in a sense.
And then he kills his
And then he kills him, like, he gouges his eyes out. It's adorable.
It's so cute.
Guy has horns on his head.
I think we're supposed to tip, because my head will be on the thing if I don't tip. Someone give me $1. Hold this.
Didn't they insult you?
Awesome.
Now we have underage drinking in the modern era.
Shouldn't they tip you if you...
May I have one water, please?
One water.
And a lot of insults if you have them. As many and Renaissance-y as possible.
Here we go. Thou blackberry beef-witted bugbear. There you go.
Thank you. Wow. Bugbear.
Thou froward beetle-headed maggot pie.
Ooh, yummy. Thank you very much.
Getting your change. Oh, gramercy.
So, apparently I'm a maggot pie and a beef-witted something.
But you got a huzzah for tipping.
I did, huzzah.
Where does the Lord of the Rings end and the Renaissance begin?
No idea.
And second, what's our game plan for getting some mead?
I'm going to walk over there and ask the bearded fellow. So my name is Luke, and I'm from this online travel show called The Modern Odyssey, and we're trying to learn as much as we can from the Renaissance Fair today. So we're wondering the difference between mead and ales and other types of alcoholic beverages.
Well, mead is fermented honey.
Okay.
So rather than grapes as the source of the sugar in these wines, we use honey. They're blended with either the traditional mead, which is just honey and water, or in our case, pomegranate juice and honey, or orange juice and honey.
So is mead still a popular drink, or is it kind of archaic?
Well, it's a little archaic, but there's been a resurgence. There's probably 60 or so mead makers in the United States.
Okay.
Not many, but...
Well, what would your favorite mead be? I'm going to go with one of them.
The pomegranate mead is our most popular.
Okay.
The pomegranate works very well because the tartness from the fruit balances the sweetness of the honey.
You were going to drink one, would that be the one you were going to drink?
Most likely.
Okay. I think I'll go with pomegranate mead then.
Excellent. Well, enjoy your day.
We will.
So tell me, how does the mead set with you?
Oh, hold on, I haven't taken a sip yet, Isaiah. It's quite tasty. It reminds me a lot of hard alcohol, actually. It's got that tart taste, highly fermented. It's not like red wine, only with a kick of a Renaissance wench.
If the next segment of our show strikes you as odd, don't worry. It struck us as odd too.
Ye old sparklets.
Authentic Renaissance underground water.
Sausage. Arena's Renaissance appetite.
It's too hot for Renaissance appetite.
I feel like in this Renaissance period, if I had more money, I would just go and ask them to give me a handful of meat, and I would stick it in my mouth.
You're drunk, you silly old fool. Now you cannot see, and that's a lovely sound that me mother sent to me. Well, there's many a day I traveled 100 miles or more, but a saddle on a sound sure I never saw before.
Do you think in my search for a wife, this Renaissance fair would be a good place to start?
Luke.
Focus right on this part. Don't go anywhere else.
I wouldn't. I mean, I'm just saying, like, there's a lot to be had
Oh,
here.
there's a lot.
A lot.
That's a problem. That's why you don't search.
There's a lot to be had here. And here. And here.
You're drunk, you silly old fool. Now you cannot see. That's a lovely blanket that me mother sent to me. Well, there's many a day I traveled 100 miles or more, but buttons on the blanket sure I never saw before.
Can I go on a pony ride?
No. We don't have any money.
Pony ride by Rad. Hey, hold on. He got to get drunk for $10, and I can't sit on the back of a pony.
And I'm not drunk.
But you did spend $10.
You're right.
At least remember that. Look at Carl.
What do you want to do at the Renaissance Fair, Caleb?
Caleb doesn't want to do anything at the Renaissance Fair.
Billy, you're drunk, you silly old fool. Now you cannot see. That's a lovely tin whistle that me mother sent to me. Well, there's many a day I traveled 100 miles or more, but tobacco in a tin whistle sure I never saw before.
There have been documented incidences where they would throw, you're going and you have a couple oxen die on the way to the siege. You'd let them rot for a couple weeks as you're building it. You'd give them all kinds of warning. And then pretty soon, if they didn't listen, you'd throw over some rotting dead animals. Let the plague wipe out half of the defending force.
I wonder if they ever use turkeys. That'd be pretty foul.
Billy, you're drunk, you silly old fool. Now you cannot see. And they're two lovely geranium pots me mother sent to me. Well, there's many a day I traveled 100 miles or more, but laces on geranium pots I never saw before.
Funny how a lot of the people are rhyming their oldie saying is.
Well, you didn't say I think it's funny how a lot of them rhyme. You didn't allow me the opportunity to say yes, but some of them don't do it all the time.
No, that's why we didn't allow you to say it.
Alright, if I had more impressive chest hair, I would get one of those linen tunics and wear it open 3 buttons.
Billy, you're drunk, you silly old fool. Now you cannot see. And that's a baby boy that me mother sent to me. Well, there's many a day I traveled 100 miles or more, but a baby boy with his whiskers on I never saw before. La 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 la.
Hi there. We're from an online travel show, the Modern Odyssey, and we're traveling around and filming some Renaissance fair.
This is a good fair to film then, sir.
Excellent. How did your bets go? We were wondering.
How did the bets go? Well, I was backing green from the beginning, and I had won the local competition first, and then I won both of the jousts. So I came out 3 gold ahead, sir.
Excellent. Why do you figure everyone likes the French guy the most?
It was just his day.
It was rigged. He wanted to sell the horse. Sir Tyler completely decimated
Don't worry, this is nothing like professional wrestling.
Okay,
it's not scripted ahead of time.
It's real. And there are no steroids.
There's definitely no steroids.
Has anyone?
Not even in the horse.
Has anyone died?
No one's ever died. There's been an injury or two, but never anything life-threatening, because these new lances are different from the old lances. They are hollowed, I believe, to a degree, with the intent to break, and that's how you score points. You get glancing blows, breaking lances, forcing him to drop a lance, or of course knocking him off a horse are all ways to win or score points.
So when did you start doing the whole Renaissance fair?
I've been doing the Renaissance fairs for 2 decades.
Wow.
2 decades.
88 Agora.
I am from Malibu. I was up here
The original Agora, long ago.
I went with my hippie brothers.
My suggestion to all those who want to get into Renaissance Fest, start off quickly by finding a local vendor that you can hawk for, work your way in as you develop your character, buy your parts one part at a time, and develop a true character out of history.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, sir.
Indeed, sir. Look forward to it. Hopefully I'll find it someday.
Actually, we are filming an online travel show called Modern Odyssey. I was wondering, if I were looking for a sword to slay a dragon with, what would I use?
The most common sword throughout history, generally speaking, is probably a hand-and-a-half sword because they're really versatile. It's a really quick, really light weapon.
Yeah. So when has this been used?
That general blade shape, not necessarily.